Hello and welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, hi, my name is Mary, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you how I made this cute little Halloween decor. I was just bored and I wanted something to do, so I decided to go ahead and make a video on how I did this. So what you're going to need for this is I got this little skeleton at Dollar Tree. I got some scrap wood. I cut the ends off a jumbo popsicle stick. I took this cute little pumpkin and did it up a little bit. I got this little black tree that came off some flowers from Dollar Tree. And I made this little Coke from a glue stick in a pencil sharpener. I have a video on that already. So what you're going to need, I just showed you everything you're going to need for this. And we're going to go ahead and turn the camera down so y'all can see what I'm doing. So basically what we're doing is we're going to go ahead and paint our tombstone. And I'm just going to take some paint and I'm just going to put a little bit on this little. It's not really a palette, it's just some scrap wood that I had laying around, so we decided to go ahead and use it. And I'm going to grab a popsicle stick, something to stir to mix the two together, so I'll get it a grayish looking color. And I'm just going to add a little more white. And I don't want it like super gray, but I don't want it dark either. That's good enough for me. And I'm going to go ahead and take my paintbrush and we're just going to dip it in and paint it. And we're just going to go ahead and continue to paint. And we're going to do both sides. And we're going to go ahead and do this side as well. So we got both sides painted. And I'm working on a glass surface, so if I get some paint on it, it'll wipe right off. So now, just going to turn this around, and we're going to do this bottom half. And now I'm going to go ahead, and I do not care about my fingers getting gray. Just going to go ahead and paint the sides. And it does not have to be perfect. You can make it look rusted or worn. So I'm going to take my sandpaper and I'm just going to rub it like this. And this is what we end up with. And now what we're going to do is I'm going to set that out of the way. I'm going to grab my white paint. And I'm just going to put a little bit on here. And I'm going to take my paintbrush and I'm going to dip it in the gray and also in the white. And we're just going to go ahead and run it over our skeleton. So he's not so, I want to make him a little bit white. And yes, my fingers are going to get dirty, but that's fine. It's just part of crafting. And I'm going to lay him over here. I missed a few spots. I'm going to lay him over here and let him dry. And I'm going to wipe off my fingers. Now I'm going to take some black paint and we're going to go ahead and squeeze a little on our palette, and I'm going to write rest in peace, and I'm doing it with my pencil because it's just easier to just drag it. And you don't have to do it this way. I just find it a little easier to do it this way. And then we're just going to go ahead and do the P. And now I'm just going to put the little dots. Now the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to take my pencil and I'm going to make it look like the tombstone is cracked a little bit. This part is totally optional. You don't have to do this step. I just think it adds a little more character. And we're going to go over here and do the same thing to this side. And now we're going to do this last one. Like that. And this is what we have. Now I'm going to grab my glue gun and we're going to put a little okay, so my glue gun needs to get hot just a little bit. So while that's doing that, I'm going to grab me a paintbrush from over here. And I'm going to take some white paint and we're going to go ahead and do our ghost. I am just adding a few extra things around the tombstone. And we're going to let that dry. And now I'm going to go ahead and we're going to leave that just like this for a minute. And then when this dries, we'll move to our next part. So we have our pumpkin, and so now I'm going to add some hot glue. Actually, that is not hot yet, but it's fine. And I got some skeletons and some bats also from the Dollar Tree. And I got some spiders, and I got a skull. And I'm going to go ahead and paint that white. So that's what we have there, and I'm going to push that out of the way. And my glue gun is okay. I've used these jumbo glue sticks and they don't really work all that all that well. Let me see. I'm going to take that out. And we're going to go with a regular size glue stick and see how that works. There we go. So now we're just going to go ahead and put some hot glue right across the bottom. And we're just going to go ahead and stick that down into place. Just like that. And we're going to hold it here for a little bit and let it dry. And this is what we have. And I see that my rest in peace got smudged, which is fine. I'm just going to go ahead and go over that with some, I'll just fix that. I'm just going to go over it and erase it out because it got smudged, which is fine. And I'll just redo that step. But just go ahead and redo it. So yeah, it happens if you don't let it dry all the way. It'll smudge, but it's an easy fix. If you happen to make this and it does smudge, just erase it out and you can fix it. And I didn't really want it to be perfectly perfect because it is a tombstone or a headstone or whatever you prefer to call it. And now I'm going to go ahead and put my dots in. This is what we have. I'm going to slide that out the way. And we have our ghost, and I am going to go ahead and put some eyes on them as well. Let this go ahead and start drying. So I'm just taking my pencil and doing little circles. And we're going to do the same thing with these. And now we're going to let that dry. And now I'm going to take my scissors or my cutters and I'm just going to cut this little ball part off of my, take that off. There we go. Well, maybe. There we go. And I am going to take the pencil and I'm going to black out his eyes. Just like this. And this is what we have. And now we're just going to go ahead and take our green moss, our grass, and we're going to go ahead. I'm going to take some hot glue, and then we're just going to squirt a little down. And we're just going to take our green grass, our moss, and we're just going to stick it into place. Just like this. we're going to sweep away any extra, get our area clean back, and I'm just going to pull it off just like that. This is what we have. I'm going to take a little bit of that out, and now we're going to grab our skeleton and we're just going to go ahead and pose him how we want him to sit. And I think I'm going to pose him like this, just like I had the first one. And rest in peace, it's messed up again. It is fine. So I am going to put a little bit, turn this way a little hot glue right down his spine. And we're just going to go ahead, stick him into place. And I'm just going to hold it here for a minute. Now, I'm just going to stick a little bit of hot glue down behind his head. And we're just going to hold that right there until it dries. I'm just going to move all of this out of the way. We're going to cross his legs. So we're just going to put a little bit of hot glue there, just to cross them. And let me see here. I'm trying to think. I think I'll go ahead and put his, I gotta use a little more hot glue just under his legs. And we're just going to hold him here for a minute. And I am going to turn him this way, and I'm going to bend up his hand just a little bit. And we're going to put a Coca-Cola in his hand. So we're just going to put a little, I'm going to put his hand here like this. If I can get him to stay in the way I put him, this will be fine. So we're going to leave his hand there. I'm going to go ahead and turn him this way, and we're going to stick a Coca-Cola on his hand just like this. And I want the cola, I need to turn this so I can see it. I want the cola to be that way, facing like this. This is what we have so far. And I am going to put my tree. See, where do I want it? Going to put the tree behind here just like this. So I'm going to put some hot glue down behind the tree just like this, and we're just going to go ahead and stick this right up against there just like this. This is what we have so far. And I am going to take my gray, and we're just going to touch up those white spots. There we go. And I don't mind the gray that's in here, or the black. And this is what we have. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to take our little gnome and we're going to stick our little gnome into place. And I want to put my pumpkin in here. So next, I'm just gonna stick him down here, just like that. It's like this one is slightly different from the one that I just made, from this one, but I don't want them to be identical. So now we're gonna go ahead and stick our ghost into place. So I'm gonna grab another glue stick. Just gonna load that baby up. We're gonna stick our ghost about here, I think. And I'm gonna go into here and touch up my ghost a little bit. There's one. And we're gonna go ahead and put our other ghost. I think maybe I'm trying to think of where I want to put the other ghost. Maybe here. So we're going to grab our ghost. And we're going to go ahead and stick this here. Just like that. I'm going to grab my white, and I'm going to touch up where I rubbed it and smeared it a little bit. This is what we have so far. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to take, I got a skull here that I painted. Can't really see that, but it's painted, and I'm just going to go ahead and stick that. We'll stick it here. I stuck a little skull sticking out here, like that. And next we're going to go ahead and do our spiders. And I'm going to lay this down for that. So we have our spider. We're just going to put some glue on it. And we're just going to stick that here. And we're going to put one coming down, I think, like this. So we'll stick that here. And I'm just going to put a little bit of paint or hot glue on here for the bat that we're just going to stick right here. And this is what we have. I'm going to move all of this stuff out of the way. And this is what we have. And this is it. I'm going to move my camera up a little bit. Didn't take much to do. I thought this was a fun little craft. This is what the back looks like. And I'm going to go ahead and paint the back. To paint my ghost back there, I'm just going ahead and painting them white. And we're going to do the other one. And that's it. And that is it for this little video. Here's the one we made, and here's the other one. Slightly different. So I'm going to go ahead now and turn my camera back so y'all can see me. And that was it for this video. I think this came out super cute. I like it. Hope y'all can see this. And yeah, so thank you for watching this video. If you would like to see anything else, please let me know in the comment box below. Yeah, if you want to ask me some questions, please feel free to do so. I will answer anything you ask. And with that being said, thank you all for watching this video, and I hope y'all all have a very nice day. Bye.